Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Gossips 24 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Deke Sharp, who is also known as Harrison Cohn, is giving Deacon Sharp, played by Sean Cannon, a time. Carter Walton, played by Lawrence St. Victor, wants Daphne Rose, who is played by Muriel Hilaire, to stay in Los Angeles. Steffy Forrester Finnegan, played by Jacqueline McInnes Wood, is really upset. She yells at her mother about what she saw and heard between her mother and Deacon Sharp. Steffy Forrester Finnegan directly asks her mother if she is seeing Deacon Sharp. You can check out our spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful here. Taylor is trying to cover things up. Steffy just keeps asking her questions. Steffy knows that Taylor was with Deacon. You can tell by the look on Taylor's face that she is hiding something. Steffy is happy that Taylor wants to move on from Ridge. The problem is that Deacon is a married man. And it is not just that he is married to Sheila Carter Sharp, who's totally crazy. Read more. Find out what happened on the episode of B&B. Taylor tells Steffy that she has got the wrong idea about what is going on. Steffy says she knows what she saw and she knows what she heard. This is not like Taylor. Taylor is not usually like this. Steffy knows Taylor, and Taylor would not usually do something like this with a man, especially not with someone like Deacon, who is married to Sheila Carter Sharp. Taylor says that things are complicated. Steffy mentions that Sheila is causing trouble for their family. Taylor does not want to think about Deacon in a way, but Taylor really likes Deacon. Taylor thinks that Deacon is a special person. When Taylor talks about how great Deacon, Steffy looks really upset. Steffy can tell that her mother already has feelings for Deacon. Taylor says that is not true. Taylor just thinks Deacon is a man. Taylor and Deacon just have conversations, and Deacon actually pays attention to what Taylor says. Taylor feels like Deacon really understands her. Deacon sees Taylor. Steffy tells her mother to stop what she is doing now. Steffy says that Sheila is very close to losing her temper, and this situation could be the thing that sets her off. Steffy wants her mother to find someone to be with, someone other than Deacon. Taylor thinks that her daughter Steffy is right about this. Read this. The Bold and the Beautiful rumors. Dylan is Sheila Carter's daughter? Deacon Sharp is at Il Giardino. He is supposed to be working, but he keeps thinking about Taylor. Deacon remembers when he realized that he and Taylor could never be together because Taylor is his therapist. The Bold and the Beautiful. Deacon was playing with her hair. Then Deke interrupts Deacon when he is thinking about something. Deke wants to know about the drink. Deacon tries to give him the drink on purpose. Deke really wants to know what is going on in Deacon's mind. Deacon says he is just thinking about Deke's future. Deke tells Deacon that he had a conversation with Katie Logan Spencer. Deke says we will see what happens next. Deacon feels good about it. Deke does not want to be too hopeful. Deke wants Deacon to talk to him and tell him what is really going on. Deacon loves Sheila. He made a commitment to her. Deke is finishing something for his dad. Now he is having second thoughts about it. Deacon tells Deke that Taylor is a person, but he does not mention her name. Deke asks Deacon if he actually knows this woman. Deacon thinks this woman is incredible. He says so. Deke tells Deacon that he did not get where he is today because of Sheila. He got there despite Sheila being in his life. Deke says that most of the employees at work really do not like being around Sheila. This surprises Deacon. Deke also says that the customers talk about Sheila and not in a way. Deke thinks that Taylor is way better than Sheila. At Forrester Creations, Rich Forrester is sketching. Then Brooke Logan Forrester comes in. Interrupts Rich Forrester. It seems like Rich Forrester was looking for something to take his mind off things. Brooke Logan Forrester is looking for Carter because she needs him to look at some contracts. Rich Forrester tells Brooke Logan Forrester where Carter's right now. Brooke Logan Forrester asks Rich Forrester some questions about what Daphne plans to do. Rich Forrester hopes that Carter can change Daphne's mind about her plans. Carter Walton and Daphne talk about Carter Walton's list of failed romances. Carter Walton tells Daphne that the time is finally right for Carter Walton and Daphne. Daphne has a big purse. It is so big that it could swallow Daphne alive. Carter Walton begs Daphne not to walk from Carter Walton and Daphne's romance. Carter Walton says that Carter Walton will always remember what Carter Walton and Daphne shared. Daphne did not want to hurt Carter Walton. Daphne is trying not to hurt Carter Walton than Daphne already has. Daphne says that this is what is best for Carter Walton and Daphne. The brunette says her home is in Paris. She has really enjoyed every minute of her time with Carter. Carter says that home is not one place, it can be many places and it can include many people. Home can be in Los Angeles, the chief operating officer says. Daphne is not really saying why she is leaving Carter. She just keeps talking about the memories of the times they had together. Daphne says that she does not need a relationship to make her happy. Carter says that he does need Daphne. Carter talks about the time he smelled the perfume of Daphne. He really likes Daphne. He is going to miss her. Carter and Daphne have had some good times together, the brunette says. The chief operating officer will not lose Daphne. As Carter leans in to hold Daphne, Daphne says Carter is not losing Daphne. Carter does not care about the business, Carter cares about Daphne. Carter wants Daphne to stay and see how great Carter and Daphne are together. They fall into a kiss. Deacon tells Deke how Deacon feels about Deke today on The Bold and the Beautiful. Brooke looks for gossip about Taylor. Daphne does not give in to Carter. Steffy gets worried because Taylor is falling for Deacon. For Taylor. And Steffy is really scared that her mom will be Sheila's target. Steffy is getting really upset with her mother in her office. At the time, Deacon is standing behind the bar at Il Giardino thinking about this famous psychiatrist. Deke walks up to him, asks what is on his mind. Over at Forrester, Carter is telling Daphne that the time is finally right for them. He says do not leave. Deacon talks to Deke at Il Giardino, says he has a good feeling about Katie and her fashion company. He seems to think that Katie and her fashion house are going to do. His son really wants everything to be okay. He does not want to stop asking his dad about what was bothering him earlier. His son wants to know if his dad was thinking about Daphne. Daphne likes that Carter is trying to make things work between them. She thinks it is best if she goes back to Paris. She has had a time with Carter, but Paris is where she feels at home. Carter says that home can be wherever they are together, even if that is in Los Angeles. After a lot of sighing, Deacon says that this is not about him and Sheila, it is about him and someone else too. He really loves his wife. He will not break the promise he made to her. Deke can tell that he is thinking about something and that someone else has gotten his attention. Deacon says that it is true. This other woman is very smart and really special. Taylor is her name. Deke says what? Dad. Deacon tells him to be quiet and not say anything. Deke says this is so great. He tells Deacon that the people he works with and the customers do not like being around Sheila. The reason he is doing well is because of him. Now he is getting close to another woman who's a good match for him. At Taylor's office, Steffy gets really upset. She yells at her mother for flirting with Deacon. He is married, she says, which is pretty obvious. He is Sheila's husband, she adds, like her mother did not already know this. Taylor says that nothing is going on between her and Deacon. Steffy knows what she heard. Taylor cannot fall for a patient, it is not right. That patient, Tay says. It is complicated, she says. There is something about him that she really likes. He is a man. Steffy says a man who's married to Sheila. They keep talking forth. Steffy realizes that her mother actually has feelings for Deacon. Taylor says that Deacon is more than a patient to her. He sees her for who she is. Deacon and Taylor really understand each other. Steffy gets upset. Says stop it. Stop it now. At Forrester, Brooke and Ridge talk about Carter's problem with Daphne. They hope Carter can make Daphne stay and give their relationship a chance. Near the runway, Daphne sounds like she is leaving. She wonders if this relationship is a dream that will hurt them in the end. Carter gives a speech from his heart about how he loves Daphne. He says her smell attracts him much. He tells her, I do not want to lose you. I will not lose you. Daphne is firm. She tells Carter that she will always be available, on the phone if he needs her. Carter really wants to be with her. He knows he hurt her when he stayed with Hope. Daphne was right about everything that happened. Carter begs her to not leave him. Then they kiss each other passionately. In the office, Brooke talks to Ridge about Taylor. Brooke asks Ridge if people are talking about Taylor. Brooke wants Taylor to be happy with someone. Brooke wonders if Steffy has said anything about Taylor finding another man. Ridge is really surprised by how kind Brooke's being. So Ridge and Brooke hug each other. At Il Giardino, Deacon's eyes move around fast because he is nervous. Deke is talking about how great it would be if his dad came home to Taylor every day. Deke says that Sheila is always bringing him down, and that she chose Luna over him. He also says that Sheila lies to his face. Deacon's son does not want to be around Sheila when she loses her temper again. Deke thinks that Taylor can help his dad get out of his marriage. Then Deacon reminds his son that Taylor is his patient. At the hospital Il Giardino is not a hospital. That is where they are having this conversation. Deacon is Taylor's doctor. Deke does not see that as a problem. He claps his dad on the shoulder with a wink. He says for now. In Taylor's office, Steffy is telling Taylor for the time that Deacon is married to the crazy Sheila. Steffy thinks Sheila is going to snap. Taylor just says unless she really has changed. Taylor reminds Steffy that Sheila saved her life. Now Steffy is really worried about her mother Taylor. Steffy says, "This is not you, Taylor. You are going after a man and he is Sheila's husband." Taylor lets out a breath. Says, "You are right." She is totally sure that she and Deacon have not done anything. Steffy tells her to be careful because if Sheila finds out about this, she will be in trouble. Taylor will be the person Sheila goes after. Steffy wants her mom to be with anyone long as it is not Deacon. Taylor says, "You are right again." Then they give each other a hug. Now it is time to move on. Deke got fired from Forrester Creations, so his dad Deacon got him a job at Il Giardino. Deke will not be working there for very long. Why is that? Wait until you read the spoilers for Tuesday. Bill takes Katie on a date. And since we all know there is one restaurant in all of Los Angeles, you can guess where that date takes place. On his day waiting tables, Deke and Katie realize that they are kindred spirits. Based on this week's sneak peek video, it sure looks like Deke is going to be Logan's first hire at the restaurant where Bill takes Katie on a date. Bill and Katie are on a date. Deke is waiting tables. Daphne has a secret to share. And we think it will be a huge surprise that Bradley Bell just talked about. When Sheila shows up at her house without warning, Taylor gets really worried. To be honest, if we liked her husband, we would be scared even if Sheila told us she was coming. After Sheila talks to Taylor, she goes to see Lee. Maybe she wants to remind Lee about the time she threatened to hurt him, which was not long ago. So we were talking about Sheila. It seems like the show was going to do one thing with her, but now they are doing something else instead. This should be interesting. Carter and Ridge are really surprised by the news Steffy tells them. They have been very mean to Katie, so it is funny to see them get surprised like that. We would laugh if we saw them get surprised every day of the week. It does not look like Carter's proposal to Daphne goes the way he wants it to. Daphne tries to let him down, which is nice of her. Deacon tells Deke something. I think he is going to say that he has feelings for Taylor. Sheila is still a part of the show and we are waiting to see what happens with her. Steffy is really mad at her mom. She tells her mom how she feels about what she saw. The question is, did Taylor really kiss Deacon and get caught by Steffy? The bold and beautiful spoilers for Friday, January 9th are interesting. Sheila, who is not a nice stepmother, talks to Deacon after she listens to his conversation with his father. Daphne and Carter try to figure out their relationship. They might even kiss. People are wondering if Taylor and Deacon will finally kiss. Look at the pictures and see if you think we are right about the soap characters who got a bad deal from their own shows. I am talking about soap characters like the ones on Bold and Beautiful. For example, Hope Logan is a character on Bold and Beautiful, and the woman who plays her is Annika Noel. We like to pick the products and services that we think are good. Sometimes when you buy something from a link on our site, we get a money and the store gets some information to help them keep track of things. The Bold and the Beautiful has a character named Hope, who really shows us that life is a roller coaster. Hope is doing great now. She is happy in her marriage with Liam. Hope is also working with Thomas on Hope for the Future again. This will probably not work out well. Liam is lucky that Thomas lives in Paris. If Thomas moves back, Liam should be worried about his marriage with Hope. The Bold and the Beautiful's Hope and Liam will have problems if Thomas comes back to town. In the years since Annika Noel has been playing the role of Hope, Hope has been doing really many times before, but then something always happens and Hope ends up back where she started. This happens over and again. That is just how it is with Hope and also with soap operas in general. When Annika Noel first tried out for the role of Hope, she talked about it on her episode of Bold Live. She said she knew about Bold and Beautiful because her mom used to watch soap operas. She had seen it every now and then. She was far from being an expert on the show. When she went to audition for the show, she said that she had a code name. She thinks the code name was Linda, or maybe it was Julie. At that time, the actress still had her natural hair color, which was not dyed. The actress was her natural hair color and every other girl in the waiting room was blonde or had bleached hair. The actress just remembers thinking to herself, okay, well, I am not getting this role on the show. So she got a call back. Then she got another one. The thing she knew, they wanted her to read lines with Scott Clifton and Catherine Kelly Lang. This was a deal for her. Producer and Bold Live host Casey Kasperzik even shared a video of her reading lines with a producer. He shared it with Catherine Kelly Lang. You can see it below. When Matula said the scene they were reading was from when Brooke slept with Oliver, Casey Kasperzik was really impressed. He liked that she knew a lot about Hope from a time ago even though she was not playing Hope back then. There was a lot of history to learn about by 2018. Kimberly Matula played Hope when she was a kid, and when she grew up she started on the show in 2010. Hope had relationships with Oliver, Wyatt and Liam. She got married and had her heart broken. Then Kimberly Matula left the show in December 2014 after Hope had a miscarriage. Hope went to Milan to get away from her sadness. She divorced her husband Wyatt at that time. When Noelle arrived in 2018 it had been, then 3 years since Hope had been living in Los Angeles. While she had left in tears she came back in triumph because Rich had asked her to come home and surprise Brooke. Tears have been a part of her life. When she first started her life was marked by Liam going forth between her and Steffy. Then she had a baby girl who they thought had died. It turned out the baby was alive and had been adopted by Steffy. Thomas became obsessed with her. That was really scary. There was also that thing with the mannequin. Over time Hope and her mom have cried a lot of tears. Kasperzik said something to the actress on the Bold Live episode. He said, nobody does angst and having your heart ripped out of you like you do. You do it well. The actress, Noelle, said, thank you. She felt happy that they trust her with emotions like that. Noelle said it is nice to have some moments sometimes. This way when bad things happen to the character it feels worse for the fans. The actress thinks this makes the show better. We do not know about things being okay. It seems like everything is finally going well for Hope again both at work and in her life. It just took an illness for Liam to make her see how much she really loves him. It took some big problems with the company for Hope for the future to be successful again. If all of this falls apart, at least Hope will have Liam's shoulder to cry on. She will have Thomas' shoulder to cry on.